Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining today again. What a beautiful day to be alive. Today, Friday. Actually, Friday is my best day of the week, and I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be breathing, to be able to walk around, to be able to eat, breathe, and just live life. So, I want to thank you all. The last episode we started talking about relationships for single again women. But I see all your comments, DMs on my last post regarding, our attitude as a community towards single again women. And I really want to talk about that. So, the truth is, each and every one of us has someone or knows someone that has been single again, with either a widow or a divorced woman. We all know, we all see them around, except to pretend that we do not know or we do not see. And this conversation is one that is long overdue. The attitude of our society towards this group of women is something that is so heartbreaking and extremely dehumanizing. When a man dies, it's so surprising that family members accuse the wife of being the one that killed the husband. Even for those that are divorced, so many bad things trail most of these women. And I tell you, if the table were to be turned and the reverse was the case, immediately or almost immediately a wife dies, you see people coming around the man and offering him help. Oh, you need to get married. Oh, you need to move on with your life. Oh, you need someone to take care of you. Hardly would you find society blaming the man for the deaths of the wife. But let the table turn. The wife is usually accused of being the one that killed the husband. What about the divorced woman? She is not free to work in the society. People call her all sorts of names. You can't even keep a family, or you can't even maintain your marriage, even if she was actually the victim, of that circumstance in the marriage. So all these things happen, and we see it. When a man dies, usually the woman needs all the support. But surprisingly, you see that most in-laws turn around against this woman, take away all the properties, even if she has kids, and really leave her in a very dehumanizing state. So many stories abound there, and then I ask myself, where is the humanity? We all have one or two of this category of people in our society around us that we see. What are the things that we have done to put an end to this thing? Someone that just lost her husband is mentally down, psychologically, physically weak. She can't even think straight. And the next thing society wants to do is to further increase her pain by bringing upon her hardship. You see, the truth is, if one loses a spouse and everyone comes around to support her financially, mentally, and all that, it still is not enough. It still is not enough for that person to pick up her life again and move on. So what still when she's now suffered this loss, and then, almost immediately she's sent out of her house, her kids are taken away from her, she has no money or anywhere to get to. And unfortunately, even in some African culture, the parents of the woman will tell her, oh, we've already married you out to this family, we can't take you back in. I really don't know where we got all this from. I became a widow like 5 years ago, and I'm really, really grateful for the kind of in-laws that I have. I got immense support from them, and that is one of the reasons why I was able to move on with my life and thrive and, be someone to talk to other women in this category. What about the divorced woman? She can't even work in the society. Recently, and one of the things that prompted my last write-up on my post was A friend, a very close friend, reached out to me, and she just got divorced. And I just sat down because I know this lady so well. I know her so well. I know her so, so well. And I was just wondering that how could such a very, very nice, good lady like this, get divorced? But life happens. And we know that we will all be tested. So maybe that is our test. Because this is someone that I don't even know, how or what a man would find not good enough in her. So we all are not perfect. I know that. But I just believe that the case of incompatibility sometimes leads to divorce, and not just necessarily that the person is bad or that she has a bad attitude or something. It could be both parties are incompatible. And let me tell you, even in a divorce, the man and the wife could be very good people, but they could still not be able to live together. That is why not all divorces should end up in chaos or in problems. You could be good people, but things will just not work out. So, and if things don't work out, instead of you staying in that relationship and it leads to violence and other bad things, even especially when you have kids, the best thing to do is to walk away from it and live life. Perhaps there is someone better for the man out there, or perhaps there's someone better for the woman out there. But when this happens and people divorce, society makes it worse. Then you keep hearing a lot of things. Oh, maybe she's this, or maybe she's that. Not all divorced women are bad, and not all widows are evil. It is just a test, and it is one that they will definitely, overcome, as long as they are very, very steadfast and prayerful. Now, let me tell you something. What if the table turns? What if it happens to you? It can. Nobody plans to have a divorce, especially when you have a very glamorous wedding and things like that. And no one plans that their spouse should die young. No one. No one wants it, especially when you have someone that is very loving and someone that is very caring. Even if the person is not so loving, we're talking about death here. No one wants it. So when these things happen, and then we see people in the society going strongly against them and not offering support to this group of women, I think it's so saddening. Because what type of society are we grooming? Especially for the kids. And again, that is why I'm stressing it, that you watching me right now and I have a lot of things to do. We have people like this in our society. There are so many ways that we could help single again women. You don't have to just not just all about money, giving them money. That is not the only thing. That is part of it, but it's not the only thing. Saying good words sometimes goes a long way. Helping out, providing that mental and psychological support. And the least of it is not even saying anything at all. If you can't help people, then you leave them exactly the way they are. But if you could help, a good word, a shoulder to cry on, it's one of the ways that you could actually help these women. But when we as individuals don't do most of these things, when we as individuals are the ones that also backbite these women and talk ill about them, or you don't allow them in your homes, or you don't, and then we keep allowing this evil to continue and continue and continue. On this beautiful Friday, I want to pray for all of us that God will never make us go through widowhood or a divorce. And when we are happily married and we are also not widowed or divorced, I want to pray and beg us to please, we are the society, just be kind. Some people only need kindness. There are so many ways you could help a widow. There are so many ways you could help divorced women. The least of it is just not talk or add to the problem. If you could help financially, if you could help by just being a friend, if you could help by rendering good advice, not forcing them to take it. If you could help by just listening and not joining society, to harm these women the more. And the in-laws, I know it's a very deep issue, and I know it's something that is peculiar to different families. I want to say something. Look at it this way. The person that died is your blood, your relative, someone dear to you, your son, your brother. Even if you've had issues with the wife while he was alive, the moment he dies, especially when he has kids with his wife, I feel personally that love should be transferred. If you really love the man, that love should be transferred from the man to the wife, or at least the kids. There is a reason why your son or the brother married this lady. There is a reason why they are together. Whether you like it or not, it is his choice. And when his soul is taken away, I think the least we could do is to support this woman or just leave her as she is, especially when she has kids. So you hear a lot of issues come up after the man's death. The woman is sent out of the house, she is neglected, and all these things. I sincerely feel that if you truly love the person that has died, you would not put him in this way. He did not put his family in this way. So you doing against his wish is something that will even hurt him if he were to be alive. So please, as a society, as individuals, let's have a rethink. Let's ask ourselves, what if I was the one that died? Would I want my relatives to do like this for my wife and my children? It is hurtful for us to say hurtful words to the wife when the husband dies, except we have a valid reason or a valid proof that yes, the wife killed the husband. But in most cases, you only hear stories. There are no validated reasons, for why people just do this. But they just do it because for reasons I really don't know. I'm imploring you today, you watching me today, I'm imploring you, I am begging, I am pleading to you. If you know a widow, please be gentle on her. If you know a divorced woman, please be gentle on them. Don't assume that, they are evil, they are bad, they are cursed. That is why this is happening to them. Table could turn. What if it happens to you tomorrow? Nobody is immune to trials. So on that note, thank you so much for watching, and watch out for my next episode. Bye.